Well, guys, did you miss me or did you not miss me? Well, some might say, hey, better, okay, echo. It saves us data because you can take but we are not there, guys. Some of you might say you've missed me as much as I've missed you, and obviously, we do have to talk, and I'm here, guys. We're going to talk about the transfer window that is coming very soon, obviously, and we're going to talk about the players that we have been linked with. Currently there's the latest rumor of coach Rulani Mokwena. They've been talks, we saw the interview of Robert Marawa. We know this guy always asks the right questions about, especially Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know about other teams, but for Kaizer Chiefs, he always ask the right questions. So currently we do have Coach Rulani Mokwena, and on today's video, guys, we will be determining whether the rumors are true or not. But this one, I can tell you from now, which is going to be an interesting video. But anyways, before we dive there, please don't forget, buffet, to do make sure that you like the video, because what I have for you today definitely is going to send shivers down your spine. And also do not forget to subscribe to the channel if ever this is your first time seeing football trends with QP. I hope you guys are enjoying the first of the season. Yes, for me, it's a bit different because I've just noticed how poor I am. But anyways, we're not there. We're not here to talk about my problems. We are here to talk about Kaizer Chiefs and currently the problem that they're facing, which is, some might say, the coaching problem, even though for me, I love the coaches that are currently there. Neto Wittenje, at the end of the day, now, but they need to fix certain things, and I'm not going to shy away from that because truth must be told. So before we dive in, guys, please don't forget to like. I'm saying this for the second time. Please don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel, because wow, we do have a lot to talk about. Now, guys, before we start with Coach Rulani Mokwena, and before I tell you, because there's a rumor. The rumor says Kaizer Chiefs are currently in negotiations with Coach Rulani Mokwena, and those rumors further down state Rulani Mokwena is interested in the project, but is not happy with how Nazrin Nabi left the club. So from his perspective, he says he needs assurance with what happened to Coach Nabi would not happen to him. And for me, I have written down and looked at the possible reasons why Coach Rulani Mokwena might want to join Kaizer Chiefs, and also the reasons why he might not want to join Kaizer Chiefs. And we will be looking down at this rumor. Is this rumor true or not? But anyways, before we start with Coach Rulani Mokwena, I want us to quickly start with players like Utsekofato Mabaso and Nduduzo Sibiya. Now, there's been talks about Nduduzo Sibiya coming to Kaizer Chiefs. It looks like, okay, according to the rumors, they say Nduduzo Sibiya, Kaizer Chiefs is interested in signing him. He's a player who plays for Golden Arrows, currently 30 years of age. He's not an attacking midfielder. He's a midfielder, but he plays as an attacking midfielder. He can also play as a winger, both wings actually. So I don't know. For me, I feel like no, I'm not gonna waste any time and explain what this is what and this is what not. For me, I'm saying Kaizer should not go for this player. That's it. I'm not gonna go Lena. But if you think otherwise, you can let us know down in the comment section below and give us 5 reasons why you think this player would be perfect for us or for Kaizer Chiefs coming from Golden Arrows. Just let me know your reasons why you say this player would fit like a glove at Naturena, if you believe so anyways. But if not, then definitely it's fine, we can move on. And then also we jump to Tehofato Mabasa. Now this is a striker from Orlando Pirates, center forward, you might say. Yeah, guys, currently it's been confirmed this guy is on the verge of leaving Orlando Pirates. Let me just put it this way. He's on the verge of leaving Orlando Pirates. Now, obviously, he has not played many games. He feels like he is not being, respected. That's all I can say. He feels like he's not being respected. So he's looking for greener pastures where he would be able to play regularly and be a starter, because that's what he wants, to play football, not to be sidelined. And currently he feels like he's being sidelined. So this is why they might come to an agreement with Orlando Pirates to know he can leave and look for a club of his choosing, and then Orlando Pirates now they will continue on the way. Now there've been rumors or links to Kaizer Chiefs, which one Kaizer Chiefs are working behind closed doors to make sure that they secure to Khofatso Mabaso. Now for me, again, with the Tsehofatso Mabaso, I believe he's a good striker. Take nothing away from him. He's a player who's intelligent. He's a striker who knows how to intercept the ball, and also who knows how to position himself. He's sneaky. He has good runs. He is definitely someone who, creatively, he does have something. Not the best, but definitely he does have something. So he's a good striker. So yeah, if, let's say, for example, if we do not have the strikers that we currently have, I think it would be good for us to go for Utahovatso Mabaso and sign this guy. But now looking at players like, you have your Luke Batman, you have your Wandile Duba, you have your Flavio da Silva, Kanye Samayo, which obviously is another player who is supposed to, let's say, for example, not example, let's just say he's a guy who is a permanent Kaizer Chiefs striker. And then also you look at who else, Etiosa Ikotaro. We have a lot of strikers, and I did not even mention Ashley Dupree's or who's this guy from Supersport, Teshrik Morris. I did not even mention those two players. So for me, I think signing Tahofato Mabasa in this situation, it would be a problem, because now it will show what we are not going to give players like Naledi Hlongwane, who, by the way, was given huge praise by Coach Mangoba Mniti. And unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry, I did not watch both games. I had a problem crisis. I did not watch the game of us playing against TS Galaxy or TS Rochewe. I did not get the chance to watch that game. Now, if any one of you knows where I can be able to watch that game, please let me know, guys, down in the comment section below, because I had a crisis of load shedding. Not load shedding, actually, there was KCB Ambile because of lightning and stuff. So they took almost 28 hours to fix that problem, and it was just the day before the match, so obviously I could not be able to watch the game. And then also the second match, which obviously is the All Stars Nayo Tiwa, we were robbed. I could not watch it again, but with that one, I'm not too depressed, because I know our players, I'm sure they performed, even though Tiwa Brendan Peterson was supposed to go out early. I feel like it's fine. So yeah, guys, I don't know. Let me know where can I be able to watch those games. And then going back to a situation, Coach Rulani Mokwena. Well, anyways, you can let me know what you think about Tahofatso Mabasa. Do you think we should sign him, or we should just let it be? Because at the end of the day, we do have a lot of strikers, and yeah, we might not get to see our young stars. And I do believe Mfana does have a lot of potential. A player like Konale Lifongwane. I still don't understand why he's not, or has not been given a chance. Even Guma friendly games, I've not heard anything about Chiefs giving this young star chances to play on the friendly game. So going back to the matter of Coach Rulani Mokwena, now currently we do have two sets of coaches on interim basis. We do have Cedric Kaze and Coach Khalil Ben Youssef. Now I don't know whether there's the first coach, the second coach, or but they do say it's interim basis and they're co-coaching, which means when they say co-coaching, there's no priority. It's just two coaches who anytime can decide whatever they want to decide. So with those two co-coaches, currently, what I can tell you, since we are going to the January transfer window, which is next year, we are currently in December. The next year, next month, we are going to 2026, and there's a lot of asking about whether Kaizer Chiefs is going to continue with those coaches, because remember initially when we signed Coach Nazruddin Nabi, we had an option from that 2-year deal. We had an option, the third option of a third year. So now people are asking whether are those coaches going to continue, or Kaizer Chiefs should look for a new coach? And what I can say for you currently is that Kaizer Chiefs, yes, is looking for a new coach. They are weighing their options now. This is something that I had to find out, and I did. So, as I've said earlier, the current rumors state that talks are ongoing behind the scene, and obviously Rulani is not happy about the whole Nabi situation, and he needs assurance from the rumors. Now we'll derive if this is true or not. But first things first, let's look at the reasons why this coach would want to leave his job there and come to Kaizer Chiefs. Now, reason number one, I can say it's because of the fan base. Kaizer Chiefs is one of the biggest, when it comes to fan base, even bigger than MC Alger when you look at, the fan base, because AMC Alger is a big team, but not entirely when it comes to the fans. I might say, compared to MC Alger, Kaizer Chiefs takes the cup, and there's no debate about it. And MC Alger, they might have won, a bit more when it comes to the African continent, but other than that, Chiefs has more following. And then you look at, point number two, what Chiefs has as a project is very interesting, because he won't have to start afresh. He would have to continue from what has already been built. And if you remember correctly, about earlier this year, 10 June around there, he did speak about how Coach Nazruddin Nabi, he was impressed by what he's doing, on the same interview with Robert Marawa. That's where he said those things, that no, he's definitely impressed by how Coach Nazruddin Nabi handled the situation, the pressure and everything from the fans, and whatnot. And he was even asked about, whether he would be open to coaching Kaizer Chiefs, and he said, no, I can't talk about that, because there is a coach there. So it doesn't make any sense for me to talk to say, no, I would want to coach that club while there is a coach. So that would mean I'm disrespecting the coach, my colleague, in a sense. That's what he was trying to say. So definitely the project would be something that is going to build on. For example, why am I saying this? For example, you look at when he was at Wydad Casablanca. When he got to Wydad Casablanca, he signed about 11 to 14 players, which of all you can say he was like starting a new squad. He was starting afresh, and then he had to build from that. And I think the fans were not patient enough for him, because they thought how Lomuntu sign everyone that he wanted to sign, including Lodge. I remember Lodge was brought there by him, So it didn't make sense to them. Or how, why is he taking so long? I feel like they do not appreciate, So that was something that made Coach Rulani Mokwena to leave his previous club, which is Wydad Casablanca. And you look at Kaizer Chiefs, currently where he's currently coaching, which is MC Archer. I do not believe he signed more than 2 or 3 players. I'm not even sure whether he signed players, because I did not check. But you can see he was building from what was already there. And if you look at his interview where he's spoken with this guy, the African journalist, I forgot his name, you can tell definitely that he joined knowing very well, okay, I'm joining a club that is already in motion. They've played the Champions League, so it was not, in a sense, there was going to be a lot of work for him, but obviously he was going to start from something that was already there, So same thing with Kaizer Chiefs. You look at how we play, we're playing beautiful football. He even complimented how the style of play from Isait Nabi, and that is the project, that is the foundation that was laid by Coach Nazruddin Nabi. I still say this, guys, that man gave us a good start, and I am forever grateful for the structure that he has managed to bring to our club, which is beautiful philosophy. And I understand, for me, I understand. I know a lot of us were not patient with him. We did not understand why it was taking long for us to get results, but he was getting there. We should have just been impatient, a little impatient with him. So yeah, as I was saying, he will be starting on something that is already built. And then number three or number four, I don't even know what point we are at now currently, making a history. That would be one of the reasons why he would want to join Kaizer Chiefs, because you look at how the club is, it doesn't have as much history as it used to have. Even on the African continent, we are big with just fans, but overall performance of the team, the trophies being won, and the impact of football currently is just way too low. So if he can be able to come in and do that, which by the way, I think it was something that Coach Nazarene Nabi was aiming for. That's why he did not take any chances. He was like, no, I need different players. I need quality players. And also I will stick to the system, because he knew what he was trying to do. So that is something that I think Coach Rulani Mokwena would want to flare in with his team, obviously. And then also, what else? The contract, obviously, he joined for 2 years, and currently he will be left with a year. So if John back to what the negotiations are currently undergoing, if they convince him or to know, definitely this is a good project and we will be able to give you this and this and this and that, that is convincing, I'm sure the coach would love to leave his job and come here. But now let us just quickly look at the reasons why he would not want to join Kaizer Chiefs. Reason number one, I don't know how accurate this is, but according to the amount of money he's getting paid, Tua, he's getting paid around 1.2 million rands per month, and with Unabi it was estimated to be around 800,000 per month. So you could see the difference in that, because even though Rulani was a coach that worked for Wydad and he did not get paid throughout that time, he did not worry about the cash. He just wanted to do his job. You might say money doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, we all need that cash, because he does have a team. He has staff members that he needs to pay, and you can't just say, I will support Ifemili Amin, Basekaya, Nani, with just doing the work without getting any money. So definitely money will play a huge factor, because it's going to be better, and the agent will want something better for him. You understand? That is something that we need to think about. So if this is the amount that they're going to pay him, or even close to this one, I don't think they're going to back him. He might not join Kaizer Chiefs. Number two, Rulani, when you look at Coach Rulani Mokwena, he is currently happy where he is, and you could tell from everything. Yes, we might not know what is happening behind closed doors, but you can tell from the facial expressions. No, definitely this guy is happy with the care that he's been receiving at the MC Alcha. And then also we look at currently Umjita. He's playing Champions League, guys. I don't know any coach that would want to leave playing for Champions League, but I do know one that did that, which was Coach Nazarene Nabi. He was convinced enough by the project and said, okay, fine, I'm going to leave the team that he was coaching, AS FAR Rabat, which obviously was going to play the Champions League. They were second runner-ups, so definitely they were going to play the Champions League. And then he went for Kaizer, which was not even in the CAF Confederation. It did not even have anything. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be real. Yes, I know, honestly, sometimes can destroy us, but being honest, Kaizer was nowhere near close to playing confederations or even the Champions League, because you know how we were always finishing on the league. We're not even number two, we're not even number three. We were always down there. So it was something. So yeah, he might not leave, because the Champions League is very important to him. I could tell from the interview that he had, which definitely he loves playing the Champions League, and he loves playing there. At MC Alja, he's been treated very good. So also another thing, when I look at it, it might be something small, but it's something big. The support from the club. Let's say, for example, signing players. Now, this might be one of the other reasons why Coach Nazarene Nabi left. You remember the scandal that we had, back then, but you know, Coach Nazarene Nabi is leaving because he's not getting the players that he wants, you understand? So even after that, what you know, coach is going to stay and will support him. But then later on, we heard a lot of rumors that coach wants this player, want that player, but at the end of the day, a lot of the players that were signed were not players of his own choosing. You understand? So that is another thing that might make Coach Rulani Mokwena say, Yazin, I'm not coming to this club. You remember what White did? They said, we're going to give you everything you want. They gave him the budget. They said, sign any player you want. And he was able to bring in any player he wanted. Even Lona. Rulani Mokwena did not live on good terms with Isandowns, but they managed to sign Uthembi Lodge, while back at home, us here, we could not sign that player. So it tells you how important they wanted this thing for them to be able to give Coach Rulani Mokwena everything that he needs. Even if they said, no, this might be impossible, but they managed to give him everything. And that is why he might not come to Kaizer Chiefs if he's not going to receive the support that he needs in signing the players that he wants. And also, another thing might be the, I don't know, let's say support. We've spoken about it, but maybe the philosophy, style of play. Maybe they would want him to do things differently, but we know Coach Rulani Mokwena has one philosophy: keep possession of the ball, and which is currently something that we do have, but then he will need to extend in terms of that. And to answer your question, guys, I did ask about Rulani Mokwena coming to Kaizer Chiefs. This is the response I got. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna do a lot, but I'm gonna let you listen to this VN. So this is the response, guys.
Good morning, my brother. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Yeah, look, I don't know about Mabasa. I've not heard any thing that links him to Chiefs. Rulani, look, there is possible interest, but I get the sense that he is happy where he is, and he's likely to stay. I think things are going very well for him. So it would be difficult to uproot him and bring him here. He's playing Champions League. He's in the group stages. He can win the league, and so if it's gonna happen, it would be maybe end of the season. But also, things would have drastically changed for him where he is. So it's a bit tricky at this point to say whether it will happen or not. But look, there is a sense that the club is weighing their options.
Well, guys, if you hear it for yourself, there is a sense that the club is weighing their options, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So if those rumors are true, that there are talks behind, everything, because it might happen, but if they can convince him, to come to Kaizer Chiefs. So yeah, I don't know. Guys, you've heard for yourselves. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you with something new, but don't forget to like the video, guys. This is the longest video I've ever recorded, especially this month. Okay, actually, it's the first video that I've recorded that is long this month. So yeah, thank you, guys. Please don't forget to like the video and also share it. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook. We do have a new page called Football Trends with QP. You know what to do with it. Don't forget to do the right thing. Peace.